Imagine if we could find a simple, easy to implement, and inexpensive way to help families in the developing world provide nutritious food for themselves and get out of poverty at the same time. We are the Institute for Self-Reliant Agriculture, and we want to share a unique approach to this very important issue in our times. Several obstacles pop up when dealing with overcoming hunger and poverty, including tradition, not enough land or water to grow crops, not utilizing all the resources the family has available. Instead of targeting a community or a city, we have our greatest success when focusing on the individual family unit. We focus not on the commercial aspect, but on the nutrition and well-being of the family first. We start by doing an analysis of the nutritional deficiencies of families. Using local nutritionists, we figure out what plants will best provide that nutrition. Agronomists then filter these plants by which ones will grow in that area. Now we have a roadmap. There are 3 major steps in our plan. First, plant bio-intensive rotational gardens. 2, create a larger multi-crop system. And 3, introduce an animal component. Let's take an example of our plan in action. Meet Simeon. He and his family live in a rural area of Peru. The area is going through a drought right now, and water is hard to come by. The first thing we did with Simeon is to teach him what we call a rotational garden. It has an ultra-efficient plant spacing, low water use, and is located next to their home so they can protect it. It only requires about 20% of the space and half the water of a traditional garden, but produces 100% of the crop. He'll plant a new raised bed each month, and by the 4th month, his first month's planting is ready to harvest. He then replants the first box and starts harvesting the second box. This system provides him with a perpetual food source for his family. We then helped him grow several varieties of vegetables on half his field. He had such success with these new crops that he had food to spare and was able to store food for the next year. Simeon then decided to plant the other half of his field as well. He now sells directly in the market and is making a much greater profit. When I talked to him last week, he said, "This is a dream come true for me and my family," and we haven't even finished the program with him yet. We'll now teach him to plant foraging crops and introduce animal-based proteins such as guinea pigs into his diet. With full nutrition now in place, he no longer has to buy much food for his family. He can now use his money to improve his family's situation. Now go with me, if you will, to the Horn of Africa, where famine is currently ravaging the people of many villages. Because of water shortages, the maize crop for many, if not most, has been seriously depleted or lost. Most of these people have nowhere to turn for relief except to government and charitable handouts. Now picture 3 families in this area. The table of the first family is empty. Their crop failed, so they have nothing to sell and nothing to eat. Without charitable intervention, they face starvation. The second family may be luckier with a little more rainfall, harvested some corn. They have little or nothing to sell, but they have a little to eat. The corn will give them energy, but contains few necessary nutrients to sustain a healthy body. One of the most valuable resources that is least recognized in this environment is the mother and children of the home. The mother of the third family has carefully tended their rotational garden, so even though their field of corn did as poorly as their neighbors, on the table is a pile containing some corn and a host of other vegetable varieties such as carrots, cabbage, spinach, squash, maybe a tomato or 2, and possibly more. With the small animal part of the program, they could also have an egg or 2, some milk, and a little meat. With meager water, they may not have an abundance of food from their field, but they will have food, and it will be nourishing. We apply this model with the help of local agricultural universities and government extension agencies. It is primarily an educational program where motivated families can learn all the various techniques of nutritional self-sustainability. If more of the families in the Horn of Africa were implementing our model, we believe that the widespread hunger, even starvation, many of them are facing, would be significantly reduced. We have now started a project in Kenya and have found the same enthusiasm there for helping improve the lives of many families. We are making a difference in Kenya and other countries, but together we can make an even greater one. Please visit our table, get more information, possibly even partner with us. Thank you, and did I make it?
Perfect. Good.